Hello everyone, my name is Ahlström and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Sound Blaster Tactic Rage USB. I got that name in one. Oh my god, I've got some paint on it, never mind. As we all saw a week ago, I did an unboxing of these things and I said I was going to use them for a week just to see how they turned out. And that week is up, so let's find out how they did. I'm also going to do a review of this BTW2. Let's just get this out of the way. It works. It's a USB device that transmits Bluetooth signals to allow you to listen to music through different devices from your PC to your phone or vice versa, or to another Bluetooth headset, preferably Sound Blaster, although they do work depending on different manufacturers of headsets. Got that out of the way, there we go. Now let's move on to the actual pièce de résistance. So what do we get out of the box? I know we did an unboxing of all this, so let's just go over it one more time for a recap. Auxiliary cable, USB cable, detachable microphone, the actual headset themselves. As the actual build quality of these things, they're actually very solid. I didn't feel like they were going to break anytime soon, although I do have a few complaints about the actual design of them. They articulate, which is good. That means if you have a weird shaped head, it's going to work. They also stretch out as well. So if you have a head like a banana, it's going to fit. But one problem I do have with these, this articulation. You might not think it's a problem. That's your left ear, that's your right ear. I wear them like this. When I take them off, you're about to see one problem. It falls. It falls really bad. A lot of people are probably thinking that's a really picky thing. It's not. This, after a while, and I'm going to keep forgetting to do it because, you know, habits and whatnot. After a while, that is going to break them at some point. I don't understand why they made them twist so far one way and not the other way. There's probably a reason for it, I just haven't looked into it, but I think it's a very silly design myself. That's just my personal opinion. Because the actual audio quality of these, they actually sound fantastic. They're very beefy, they can hit highs, they can hit lows, they can hit everything. And the actual surround it actually creates as well, although it's an artificial surround sound, it doesn't actually have 7 speakers inside there. It actually sounds very good, depending on what game you're actually playing on. As for this microphone, which is detachable, which is rather nice. Quite like that feature. They get a bonus point for that one. The microphone itself is pretty awful. It's a terrible, terrible microphone. It's alright if you're just gaming and talking to friends and VoIP and that shit. That's perfectly fine. If you're someone who thinks, I want to make a YouTube channel, this is not the microphone for you. It sounds like an actual phone microphone. You know, when you're speaking to someone over the phone, it just sounds like there's a ton of static in there. It's the exact same thing. Although, it does have a little trick up its sleeve, which I'll show you momentarily. These actual cables then, the USB cable, nice solid cable. I give them good props for that. This is where the joke comes in. This pathetic auxiliary cable is absolutely shockingly bad. This is broke already. I haven't done anything nasty to it. I use it as you would normally use an auxiliary cable, but it no longer transmits any sound whatsoever. This red cable is incredibly weak. Now, I'm going to point out this cable is already broken, but this is how weak it is. I didn't put any strength in that. I'm going to point out this is already broken before I just did that, so don't go bitching to me over the internet. This cable is pathetic. They should not... Sound Blaster, man, you're a good company. Why are you doing this? Why are you sending us shit cables like that? You don't need stuff like that. Just makes you look bad when you're already a good company. So that is pretty much it for the design of the actual things. They sound very nice, they're very beefy to use, but they do have another trick up their sleeve. Being a USB device, they actually have home software to use. Home software? Is that the right terminology for that thing? I don't know. I should do my research. Now, the software that comes with this headset actually unlocks quite a few customization capabilities, if that sounds right. You can change all sorts from the volume, the equalizer. You can actually change how 3D you would like the sound to be, which is quite nice. Like I said before, you can change the color of the lights. You can even change how the lights work on the side, whether they go with the sound that's actually coming through them, or you can just have them pulsate, or you can have them cycle through the different colors. You can also change the light to whichever color you like. Although the actual microphone quality is actually pretty terrible, and I'm not lying about that, you're going to hear what the microphone sounds like now. The actual software itself actually allows you to give yourself different voices through the actual microphone, which is actually quite fun. I could see you having a lot of fun with this. I actually did myself, although I haven't really tested it online. I didn't want to make myself sound like a whiny child. So this is what my voice sounds normally with the microphone on, and this is what it sounds like when you decide to change the different presets.
As you can tell, it's rather annoying already.
This is really how it sounded like when I was a child. I didn't sound like that when I was a child. Ooh, male to female. So what happens if I go female to male?
Okay, so this is me. It's supposed to be female to male, but you kind of like screw in the system. This is what happens if you divide your voice by 0. Is this what an emo person sounds like? I have no idea.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, girl. Oh yeah, you know this is what you want.
So far so good. The actual headset itself, pretty good, pretty sturdy. Doesn't look like it's going to break anytime soon. Software as well, actually a lot going on that software that makes these things very customizable, very fun to use, and it actually kind of salvages the microphone. Not that I'll be using that anyway. So now the actual headsets themselves, how were they wearing them for long periods of time? So I had several days trying these things out, a week all in all, and I wore them for several hours each day. It was hit and miss. You kind of have to have a burning period for these things. The first 2 days I think I was wearing them, you'd think this sponge makes it nice and comfortable to wear. It really doesn't, unfortunately. It was really hurting the top of my head. It started triggering headaches, and it was really bizarre. I haven't really had anything do that to me before, so yes, that was a very unpleasant experience. I'll be honest, after about 3 days I kind of got used to it. Didn't hurt anymore, didn't really trigger headaches, so it's very bizarre. I think that might have just been me, so I'll put that out there. But yeah, that sponge doesn't really do me any favours. I had to get used to that. It's the actual sound themselves. Sound is very nice, although I will be honest, after about 2 hours, which I kind of expected, I did feel a bit drained after wearing them, and I did see myself having to take them off just to let my head breathe a little bit. I think that's probably because I did 2 hours straight, but I know a lot of people out there will probably think 2 hours is a bit pathetic, and they'd actually do it for a lot longer than that. So take that in mind. They can be a bit exhausting for long periods of time. If you're just going for the quick hour or so of gaming, it's not that bad. They're very comfortable, very good headset. So, overall, what do I think of this headset? I think it is a good headset. For the money itself, you get a lot. I think it was around about £45, I can't remember off the top of my head. You actually get quite a lot. The customization you got with the software is fantastic. The actual cables themselves, well, over here was good. This was just a complete joke. Ruggedness, they just feel nice, solid. They feel like they're good quality. The actual lights look really pretty. They're quite unique, is probably the greatest word I could call them right now. So anyway, that is my review of the Sound Blaster Tactic Rage USB. I'm so happy I've managed to remember the name off by heart. Hit and miss probably for some of you, I don't know. I actually like them. They are going to be my daily driver now. I prefer them much better than that bloody Turtle Beach cassette I had. The actual microphone, not the best, but what the software allows you to do with the microphone is quite fun, I'll give them that. USB cable, because you know, very little noise goes through USB. Well, that's just what I find. Very good headset. And this USB thing works. I don't know what else to say about that. Why did I ask to review that? I didn't ask to review that. They just sent that to me. Never mind. That's just me being a silly turd. There we go. Anyway, that is my review of the Sound Blaster Tactic USB Rage. I've said this so many times now. I am blabbering on. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you all again soon.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore.